모르기에 나는 행복한다. 이젠 내 안에 불타게 만들고 보이지 않게 Hey y'all, hey! I'm here. I'm glad somebody else is here. I was gonna do it anyway if nobody showed up because I know I'm notorious for not giving advance enough notice and whatnot and things of that nature. But as iBabe would say, I miss iBabe. Haven't seen her in a while. But yeah, so I'm up and I see that you're up. And tonight we're going to rescue plants over here. I got plants that I was blessed with. My brother bestowed upon me an abundant supply of plants. I did get, don't drop down much, but you sent me the book in Me Kids Read and Trying to Live My, it's so thank you. You mean a lot to me. Aside from you too, love you so much. Oh, I appreciate that. I'm going to get back to thinking Thursdays because even my family let it be known that I do need to get back to thinking Thursdays because now I got at least one of my grandbabies here with me that definitely need some more lessons. And you never get too old for more, and no matter how much you practice, it's always room to get better. But yeah, I do take it seriously, and I shall be providing more Thinking Thursdays. But today is plant life. Y'all know I have a plant side, and so some of these plants are in distress, like my orange mint here. They should have been planted. It's all crumbly and dry. We done had this crazy weather that went from like real hot heat to cold. Yeah, I want to keep mailing the book out to whoever asks, but I don't get a whole lot of demand for that. I probably have to get up in Kwame's chat, Kwame Brown, and say, "Hey, my friend, can you do a sister a favor? Do a good one. Send some people my way who want to learn some critical thinking. Because I would be happy to give you the book as XO Kisses and Hug Robinson. Is that XO for Kiss and Hug? Is that what it's for? I hope so anyway, even if it ain't. Kiss and Hug. So yeah. So I pretty much have abused this mint and this and other plants I want to try to rescue. Like this strawberry plant, it was growing fine and actually had berries. You can see the berries right there. And all of a sudden, look up, the leaves is all dry and crispy. But I'm just hoping that there is some sign of life down there in that jungle. I'm going to free it from this containment. And I think that's the biggest problem, is contained in a small pot, and it needs to be in a bigger pot. So what I'm going to do is set up a second camera. I'm going to use my phone and set it up so you could get an overhead shot of what I'm doing. And because what I will be doing is transplanting that strawberry plant because I want it in a hanging basket. And part of my haul is some more types of hanging baskets. I got some wicker string type because I have limited shelf space and windowsill space. Now, my long-term goal is I plan to put a shelf right there, attach it to my kitchen sink, well, the cupboard part, so that I can have plants still there. The container plants, that's a very good question. I'm glad you asked that. That is the point and purpose of me transplanting all these plants, because I want all my plants to be in some type of self-watering container. So y'all know the train have to be in all my videos. So one advantage of the self-watering type of planters is that it has a built-in reservoir and it's firmly attached. In other words, it's hard to take off. It's firmly attached to the pot itself. But inside this little space here allows water to remain. Now, it's true that plants need water to drain off of them. That's very true. But it don't need to get completely dry. And that's what kept happening. I lost a lot of plants. It looked like I'm losing this one because it was out in the baking hot sun. And that sun just dried up everything. So hopefully, my hope is to take it out of this planter, put it in this one, and I want it to be hanging. Because they said that strawberries can they can end up growing like weeds too, and growing places you don't want them. So I want the strawberries to be in hanging planters. So that's what we're gonna start with. And then I'm gonna set the music back up. Yeah, I hope so. I hope it looked nice. The other two, because I got two more strawberry plants, they doing good, but they also need to come out this container. Because if one is being affected, I'm quite sure all three. And I ended up buying 3 strawberry plants. So that's mission number 1. Save the plants, save the ones that is going through some things. So that is definitely my strawberries and this mint plant. Them got the 2 most urgent need to get out of the pot they're in and put in a new pot. Now, I got a ton of plants out here. And so this is just what I said in the title. This is going to be a marathon. I'm going to keep potting and repotting everything until, will you put them all in one pot or separate? I'm going to put the strawberries all in separate pots just because of what people told me about how much they spread. They spread rather rapidly. So I want to contain them. I'm going to have them in a separate pot. But the chocolate mint, no, I got one big pot I want to put them in together. Hopefully. Not the chocolate mint, it's the orange mint. I'm going to put them in together in one pot. And see what happens. It looked like it's barely hanging in there because all these leaves are dry and crispy. But I can still smell it, and I still got a ray of hope because I see this one green stem right there. That gives me a ray of hope that there is still life in this plant somewhere. And there's a little green down in there. So I'm going to get them out. I just think the confinement in that smaller pot is the problem. So every last one of these plants that's on this table is about to get a bigger pot. And I had my grandbaby. He came. He back in town for school. Back here with his dad, and miss him and happy to see him again. He helped me get stuff done today, and I also have another person that has been coming back to help me out there in the yard. So that's been a big plus. And what I plan to do ultimately is get everything outside, so that I don't have to keep watering it. I'll give God a chance to water it and give me a break sometime. But it's supposed to be hot all this week and no rain. No rain in the forecast. So it's more important for me to get these into another pot. I may still have to water it because it's been quite hot for the past few days. So yeah. So I need some motivational music. And I'm going to set up my second camera so you can get the overhead shot of me doing it. And I just added the music so you won't have these long pauses and silences as I do my thing. All right. All right, we're going to start with this first strawberry plant, which what I'm going to do is use this hanging planter. I'm going to fill this up with soil. First, start with rocks, because that's another thing that was happening to my plants. When I put it in the planter, if the soil gets too dry, the wind can blow the whole pot away. So what I've been doing is putting rocks in the bottom so that my planters don't get blown away. So that's how I solved that particular problem. So the first step, I'm going to add some rocks to the bottom of it. And I also decided that from now on, I'm going to always use self-watering pots to plant with.
You are in the mix with DJ Uzoma.
Okay, I'm sorry, I got a little distracted. I want to make some more watering bottles, because especially the ones that stay inside. Most of these are going to go outdoors, but some are going to stay inside because I want some of them growing inside. Like, for example, I want my basil inside. Okay, you said what type of soil? Okay, well, it's a combination. It's a combination of Miracle Grow moisture control soil and also just regular Miracle Grow. It's one part is moisture control, and I did that because some of my plants that I'm gonna use it for, the mixture, don't like soggy soil. Several of my plants are like that. Like my aloe plants, I gotta rescue them too. My aloe plants, they in dire need too. So this is an example. I got it in one kind of pot, but that didn't work out too well. I'm gonna show you why. For one, this aloe plant gets top heavy, so it's hard to stand up on its own like that. And when it happens, it don't stand up on its own. It ended up pieces breaking off, like right here on this one. I'm just going to cut it and put it in with the rest of the leaves that came out. But see, I had it in a decorative pot, but these decorative pots need the secondary bottom part, which I'm always losing. Like now, I don't know where I misplaced it. Probably threw it away already. Oh yeah, that's what I did. So yeah, these decorative pots need a drain tray underneath. And I don't like that. I don't like having to worry about two parts. Well, this pot here, I've already put the rocks in the bottom. And then here, I got a reservoir so I can water from the bottom. Don't have to worry about watering from the top. And the reason why that's important is because I had a recent infestation of fungus gnats, which you can get that, you can end up getting that just from buying soil that come with it. Right, I lose mine too. The water drink tray. Yeah, so right here is the water drink tray. And the roots will go down there to that bottom if they need to. So I like that. And I'm going to show you the other reason why I like it too. Now what I have in mind is hanging the bottom of my plants. And one of my hauls that I got from Amazon, one of them I got from Amazon is, if I can find it. Okay, here go my stuff. Okay, one of the things I got is a macrame plant holder. Because what I didn't want to do, these are nice decorative parts to me and go with any decor. But some of the plants, like the strawberries, I want them to be hanging plants. So I want them to be hanging up in the air. So I bought these macrame plant hangers. I use it. One of the things I use it for, I keep putting it on this scar, hoping one day that will disappear and fade away eventually. That's the main reason. Also, I cut it off because it broke off. We clumsily kept knocking the plant over. So that's one reason. Okay, I keep forgetting to skip this song.
You are in the mix with DJ Uzoma.
Man, this thing won't let me get you.
He's on the set. Is he good as all the girls say on any night? Can he afford to pay my way? You damn right. And you should be ashamed if you don't know his name. Is he pretty? He's on the set. Is he good as all the girls say?
Okay, so back to the macrame. So
Wake up, Africa, the time is now.
I keep forgetting this thing is voice activated.
Wake up.
So I gotta be careful what I say around it. So these pots I want to put in the hanging planter. That way I don't have to put any holes in the pot permanent, but it will have this reservoir under the bottom that doesn't come off, which is what I like. Regular pots don't have it. So I'm definitely going to be putting plants in this like that. So here we go. Putting this in the macrame. Hope this don't embarrass me too much. I did it earlier with the green pot. And so I bought like 10 of these because I want the plants to be hanging. I have very limited counter space for plants. And now that it's hot, we had to put the air conditioner back in. So these tables got to go. It's just too crowded. So there we go. That's what I like. And by these pots being black, it will go with any decor. So no matter what couch or furniture that I got in the kitchen or the living room, whatever I put in these pots, it's going to work because it's black. And I stocked up on them from Target. So this is partially a Target haul. So that's the way some of the plants will be hanging up in the windows. Because it's a lot of daylight that come through these windows that I appreciate. So it will be some plants that stay indoors. I'm just temporarily hanging it like that for now. So the first one I'm going to do, let me see, can I put the brand up? I was using moisture control, Miracle Grow. So let me see, can I add that to the screen? I think I can. Wow, somebody already thumbs me down. Lord have mercy. What did you get up in the morning mad about that you thumbs me down? I know you don't like doing tomatoes, but you need to do a small batch, then fry them green. Well, I did get tomatoes. Hey, Garden Quilt and Art Traditions, Miss Ellen Pankey. So yeah, y'all seen the title. I didn't go on Fat for Life TV because I know they not interested in no garden. It's a handful over there that is, but I'm trying to get that established on They Love more so. My word, that's been my goal, to find some fresh tomatoes. It's not that I don't like doing them. I just not a big tomato eater. I really don't like particularly care for them, but I am going to grow them. I do have tomato seeds, and I am going to grow them. It's warm enough now that I'm just going to sow that directly into the soil. I'm not going to buy a starter plant. So the part of my haul that I want y'all to see was the macrame. So I bought 20 of them, I think. Yeah, 20 of them. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, 10. So I bought 10 of the macrame hangers. And so I'm going to use that with the planters, with the self-watering planters. You couldn't find any? Got a plant? You couldn't find any tomato starts? So that's one of the hauls I got. And that was from a company called, oh, I thought it was gonna be on the card. Jordan Kai, and they left the if I have any complaints, but I actually don't have any complaints. I like the macrame idea, so I got 10 of them, and I got 10 pots over there, the self-watering kind. So they're gonna be in hanging pots all over. So here, you see, I got a whole stack of them. These gonna become hanging planters. So hang tight, and it'll be all right. This is gonna be the marathon planting party. Hey. Also, I got 3 more self-watering planters for $2 at Dollar General. So I'm gonna get my lavender started this month. Thing is, everybody cooks them different, and I want to see how she cooks hers. Yeah, I did make fried green tomatoes, and I used as I recall, I used cornmeal, season up like you make okra, fried green okra, fried okra. The same type of batter is what I use for the green tomatoes. I do have tomato seeds, so I do plan to plant 1 pot of tomatoes. I don't want to have a whole bunch of them. So another thing I got that's garden related, that's the macrame. That's garden related. I got bungee cords so that when we get back outside and get those pots back outside now replanted, I'll be able to sit them all into my wheelbarrow and hold them in with these bungee cords. So I got that from Walmart. And then I stocked up on labeling material so I can label these planters. Oh, they give you a gift card for a review, boy. I tell you, you fellow YouTubers, these companies really want your influence. So this company, is willing to get, if you get a 5-star review, they'll send you a $5 Amazon gift card. So I would definitely do that for them, because I do like the macrame idea. It's working for me. That's why I bought it. So I think that's gonna work, because I don't want to use up table space and have this whole mountain of plants in the middle of my kitchen. I started some black and cherry and large cherry tomato seeds. Yeah, I got cherry tomato seeds. I want the small ones. I figure that I can throw that in any of my meals. Indoors, planted outside in my community garden yesterday. Good for you that you're participating in the community garden. I'm going to upload my video of me at my local community garden in my neighborhood. It's a short video. I give you a little tour and explain how it goes. But I want to inspire people that you don't have to have a big yard or a big living space. There may be a community garden in your neighborhood that, like here in Springfield, they sell the plots. I thought it was $20 a plot. It's actually $10 a plot, and that's for the whole year. $10 for the whole year, and you could grow anything you want. And I think the plot is 10 by 10. It's either 5 by 10 or 10 by 10. It's 10 feet long. So you can get a lot of plants in that kind of space for $10. That's well worth it. And you don't have to worry about living on a big piece of land. You can just go to your community garden and get it on and popping with whatever you want to grow. So this is both my haul video and planting video. One thing about planting, a lot of plants look alike. Or some plants are new to you if you never planted it before and you really don't know how it looks when it starts growing. So I will also be labeling my plants because I don't necessarily have labels for all of them. So I stock up on labels. So I'm going to be doing a mega labeling marathon too. I got a little dynamo. Labeler that I just love and I'm using all the time. Especially for my gardening task. So I'm refilling it. And the first one I'm going to make is strawberries. Garden Quilt and Art Traditions. You said I'm 72 and had hip replacement 4 weeks ago. Oh my goodness. The lady across the street from me, when I first met her, she had hip replacement. She wasn't out of the hospital yet, but her daughter came by and let me know that, she did live there, but was in the hospital still. Then I thought she had recovered. Thank you, Pray You Garden. I'm sorry to hear about that hip replacement because God knows. I do know a little something about hip and knee pain. I have hip and knee problems. Sitting is the hardest thing that I do. And that's like a normal thing to everybody else. But every moment that I'm sitting in pain. Okay. So now I'm going to get the soil, which is a moisture control soil. That I mix with potty mix. I mix with potty mix. And that's what I'm going to use with this strawberry plant. Because I think that's kind of what its problem is. It's compacted. So yeah, I think the problem is compacted. And so it's struggling. I think the roots is probably root bound too. Nayla, I remember you got all the history. I'm your terabyte. Do you remember you put us on to StreamYard and other platforms before they were popping? Yep, I sure did. I put T.S. Madison and Kaya on to, and Miss underscore Hutchison. She don't never give me that credit. I hipped all of them to Patreon. And I hipped everybody that I could to StreamYard. StreamYard just beats the rest of them for ease of use. I may try others again in the future, but at this point, StreamYard has just been easier. I forgot what this is. This is another thing. Oh, this is from Amazon. So y'all, I also got a solar powered pump, a solar powered fountain pump for the birds. I got some gangster birds that done made a whole home in my gutter. They gotta come out their gutter. But I'm gonna give them a little bath, place where they can bath. Yeah, I ain't gonna never get the credit I really deserve. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Kwame Brown grew so fast, I can't even get in to give him the heads up. Because people, it's a whole bunch of bandwagon people that want to shine in the spotlight and want to use Kwame for his celebrity status. Yeah, and I'm still going to my solar class. I didn't pass the test. I'm kind of embarrassed to admit that. But I didn't study. So what do you expect? You got to do a little work to call yourself passing a certification test. So the Lord bless me, however way you want to put it, the universe made it possible for me to take the class again for only $25. I thought I was going to have to pay the whole $300 over. I didn't want to do that either. But they allowed me to get back in the class for $25. So I plan to take the test again in September. I got to finish up my work for this class is all online. I got to finish that up by July 13th. Anyway, this is a little bird bath I can't wait to put together. That's another project for another day and time. Today is just going to be about planting, but I just stuck a little bit of the haul in there because it do indirectly have to do with planting. I shall have a little bird bath to attract the birds because when I put my zucchini down, I definitely want the birds and the bees to come to the yard. So yeah, I'm not the best test taker, and what's changed is that I reached out for help, and so my case manager that works with me for the Family Self-Sufficiency Program in the Springfield Housing Authority, she's agreed to be my study buddy. So we have designated Tuesdays as Tech Tuesdays, and that's when we get together and study solar because she wanted to learn about it, and I'm just happy she was willing to be my study buddy. She kind of made me be accountable because it's kind of easy to cheat on class work and discipline yourself to do it even when there ain't no teacher standing over you. So she my case manager is my accountability professional. So, but this video is me getting around to saving these plants. So what I have in here is the moisture control Miracle Grow mixed with regular Miracle Grow. and it also contains. It also contains a little bit of my black gold that came from my backyard. That's just so beautiful, fertile, and black. That I just want all my plants to get a chance to have a little bit of that fertile soil. Miss Ellen Pankey, you said good luck from Connecticut, zone 6B. Oh, you right behind me. Zone 6B. Well, then you know this is growing season. This the time to be planting. You can sow directly in the ground. There is no threat of snow whatsoever, although the weather has been fluctuating wildly. So that does set up the conditions for powdery mildew, but so far I haven't been hit with that yet. I'm thankful I haven't been hit with that yet. So now we're gonna go ahead and get this first plant filled for the strawberry plants, and my intention is to use my second camera. Okay, I'm gonna send myself an invitation so I can get this overhead shot. Okay. Okay. All right, I'm gonna send myself an invitation right quick. I want her to be charging up too while I'm doing this. So my goal is to get my 2 aloe plants, rescue my strawberry plant, and the rest of these, get them all into a big pot. You got to go, Robinson. Well, I'm glad you showed up at all. I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. Trust me, I do. Yeah, I use my backyard dirt all the time. My dirt in the backyard, that's the kind of dirt people pay for. It has been so fertile. This house is 129 years old, and you know how long the trees been here. They've been here at least that long. And so the ground all around my house is just rich black gold underneath. And even when when I get somebody to help me tackle the weeds, and they digging the weeds up, they dig down in the dirt and they see how black it is. It's super rich. So I'm always grabbing up some and mixing it with the soil that I buy from the store. So most definitely, I definitely do that. So now let me take the invitation. I'm going to invite myself to this live. Okay, so bear with me as I invite myself to my live. And that's just so you can see it overhead. Okay. Here I go. Sending myself an invitation. So yeah, you guys, I do also have some good news. My solar journey is only just begun. Um, I found a company that I made my first solar deal with. I am so proud of myself. Just because I open up my mouth, they giving me a chance of a lifetime. They're gonna allow me to have 14 solar panels. And at first they was charging me 10 cents a kilowatt. But you know what? They got back to me. They apologized for how long it took for them for getting back to me because they had several deadlines they had to keep up with. But he not only want to give me the panels, he gonna also give me his design idea if he was the one going to do the solar project on my property. And I said, by all means, give me that. Uh, I would love to have, I would love to see what his ideal is. Although in my ideal is I wanted to be a ground uh, installation, and I wanted it to be able to track. So what I envisioned was, mounting the solar panels on one pole and it track the sun from east to west. But I'm interested in seeing what he got in mind too, because this will be my first time setting it up. But I'm absolutely am not scared of the challenge. I plan to rise to the challenge, and so I've made arrangements. My brother has a truck. He's gonna go and pick the panels up, and it's just the simple fact that there is a company out there that was willing to give me a chance at it. When I told them my story, I told them my goals, what I was trying to achieve, um, my frustrations, um, and then just the fact that all these solar programs are not geared towards renters, it's all geared towards homeowners. Well, everybody's not a homeowner. I'm sure not. Not yet, anyway. So now I'm sending, uh, getting the message that I sent myself.
You are in the mix with DJ Uzoma.
Okay, I got to log out of here. Log out. Log into neighbor. Okay, now I got the invitation. I see you, Heidi Humble. What you doing up? Okay, I'm accepting the invitation. And now we coming on in to StreamYard. And let me see if I see me backstage. I don't see me yet. Come on, mouse. You live in a senior handicap apartment, grateful to have it. I was considering the similar living circumstances because the stairs ain't no joke to me. Okay, it's facing. Oops, I forgot to mute. Got it mute. And turn the mic down because all we want is the camera out of here. Okay. All right, so now I'm gonna connect this up here. So you get an overhead shot of me doing the strawberry plant. Now I hope and pray that I didn't wait too late. Okay, there we go. Right overhead. I have to move this table a little bit. Okay, there we are. There's the pot. That's what we're gonna fill with rocks and soil and label it up with the labeler because I got a whole bunch of more plants to go besides that one. I'm using this hanging planter, this self-watering pot, and that's gonna go inside here and then be hung outside. All right, so here we go. We're gonna attempt to take the well, wait, we gotta put the rocks in. We gotta put the rocks in. So let me add that to the stream. Now, you see the pot? We're gonna put the rocks in first. That pot, I put the rocks in. Okay, it's this one. This heavy too. So I'm gonna put the rocks on this reel. Make that easier for you, girl. And we just adding the rocks for weight, so that the wind won't blow the plants away. Like on the days where the soil is drier, these plants end up being so light that the wind can blow them right away. Yeah, I tried to get in the senior building. That's a block away from me, but they waiting list was so long. I never did achieve that. Okay, so you see I added the rocks to the bottom. It's just for the weight. It ain't no specific amount. Just heavy enough so the wind can't blow it away. Even when the soil gets dry. When the soil is wet, that's not as much of a problem, but it's when the soil gets dry when it becomes a problem. Okay, so now we're gonna add the soil, and we only gonna fill it halfway because we're doing a transplant. So that's the transplant. That's the strawberry plant. I didn't know I get Instagram messages like that. Anyway, that's a distraction. All right. So now we're going to add soil to this pot here. Get something to scoop it with. Okay, I'm going to move it over here so I can decrease the spillage. Okay. So now we're doing that halfway, all right? Halfway up, and then make a little room for growth, for the root progress. So now we're going to pull this one out. Pull this plant out of the original container. Okay, and we do that by putting your hand over the top part like that. See, so that when you turn it over, you don't lose the plant, and then you squeeze the container until it comes out. So now you can actually see. That's the problem with this strawberry plant. It's root bound, and I don't know if I can save it, but we gonna try because I do see a little life right there in the middle. I don't know if I'm getting that in the camera or not, but right there in the middle is a little bit of life left. So I'm gonna break up this soil because this ended up getting root bound, and I hope that it is maybe at least one root in here that wants to still grow. Now I'm gonna sit it right down in there and then add soil around the edge, all around the sides. And because it got that moisture control in it, I hope that helps this root bound plant. But you know what? I'm not gonna worry about it because if push come to shove, what I'll do, I'm just gonna start all over with a real strawberry. I'm not gonna worry about getting seeds. And I know with strawberries, you usually don't get fruit the same year you grow it. So I know these plants have been grown, or it got cloned from a plant that was, in a later stage of development. And that's why I'm desperately hoping that this plant will recover. Now, I'm trying my best to save its life, but it may or may not make it. We don't know. Time will tell. Time will tell. So now I've added the soil to the same level. You want to keep the soil at the same level of the original plant, so it don't really know that it's been moved. Now I'm hoping and praying that that new soil give it new life. But if it don't, we just start all over from scratch from a real strawberry. Okay, so now I want to put the whole pot inside this hanging planter and put it back outside so it can get all that free sun and hopefully recover from the trauma of me leaving it in this pot too long. Okay, so that's one down, 20 to go. So this, in case you just now joining, this is the Love Mega Midnight Marathon for planting. And I'm doing this because I got help coming to help me with the yard, and I don't want to be still doing this or worried about doing this. I want to save my plants as best as possible. So now we on to the next plant. We're going to take this one outside and hang it. And do two more. Now the other two strawberry plants, it's very clear that they are alive and thriving. So I want to hurry up and get them out of these containers so they can go ahead and do their thing. See, the leaves are not all crunchy. They reaching up for the sun. and doing well. It's that other plant, I believe, just got root bound. It's probably because it was just stuck in this container too long. I woke you. I didn't mean to wake you, but I did. Oh, nature. Okay. Slide this over here. So this strawberry plant is not in the same dire shape as the previous one. So we're just gonna do the same thing. And I'm sure these roots will probably tell us another story once we get it out. But this time we're gonna put it in the black planter and use the macrame. So here's the macrame pot I want, and I want it to be decorative. So that's why I chose this. It's still gonna be the same principle. I'm gonna add rocks to the bottom. Add rocks to the bottom, and that's just for the weight, so that the wind don't take it and hurl it away from me. And it's just for weight, so it ain't like you gotta cover the whole bottom. You just want to give it weight. And you want that weight to remain even when the soil gets dry. I'm trying to move this comment. Oh, I lost it. I'm sorry, y'all. But this banner is in the way right now. I don't know if you could replant a cut aloe because I never succeeded. I tried it though, but it could have been something I did something wrong. Okay, so now, oh man, I still got the banner in there. All right, we ain't gonna worry about that. Okay, now I got the rocks in the pot. You can see that overhead. Okay. And now we're gonna peel this one, and I wanted this to be all the moisture control mixture because I don't want the moisture to ruin these strawberries because this is growing very well. And I did see little pink, they were so pretty, pink flowers. And now they all seem to disappear. So it's my hope that once we get this bigger pot, that it's gonna blossom. container to fill up the new container. That's the only shot. Okay, and we're not filling it all the way up because we are transplanting. Okay, so transplanting, and we're leaving a little room on the sides, and then we're going to gently squeeze the plant out of the container. And put your hand over the top like that, and turn it over, and squeeze the container. Going around right there. Squeeze the container. See that? And see now, this one is getting root bound, but there's hope right there. There's some white roots that are healthy, and we're going to help it along. Hurry it on up into this pot with the fresh new soil, and give it much more room to spread out and do this thing. Okay? So now, we're going to fill out the soil around the edges. And at the end, we're going to put it in the hanging planter to put it back outside. And let God do the rest. Well, some of the rest anyway. Definitely the light part. God is way better at providing light to these plants than I am. He ain't got no limited budget. Have to worry about paying the light company. Your girl got so many gadgets plugged in, she done knocked it over. Okay. All right. Okay, we're finishing up the soil here on the second plant, and I think she gonna be all right. Just go ahead and get her strawberry on. So that's 2 strawberry plants. 1 more to go. So I warned y'all, this is a plant marathon. I'm gonna stay up till I finish it, because I don't want to have to do this when I do get help for the yard. My help will be here at 6. I don't know if I'm even going to go to 6. We gonna see. I don't know how long it's gonna take me to replant all these plants, but they all need to be replanted into a bigger pot. These starter little things that they came in, that is just a temporary home, and it should be temporary. You can't wait too long, else you can lose them, which is how I lost my plants, waiting too long. I was waiting too long to get around to it. Okay, so we getting around to it now. So there's strawberry plant number 2. Now, she needs a label. Oh, I forgot to make the label for the one I put outside already. So we're gonna make 2 labels. We're gonna make 2 labels. Strawberry on strawberry. And did this thing say a specific kind? Rose strawberry. So I'm typing in rose. Rose strawberry. Strawberry. DERRY. Okay. And we're going to print. Now I'm printing out my label. Okay, and I'm going to put the label directly on the pot. And I'm also going to put a little stick in there. I'm going to put this directly on the pot because it's going to be a hanging plant and I want to be able to see what it is, even in the hanging position. So there we go. I don't know if you can see the label. Y'all see that? Oh, that light is shining so bright. Can't see it. There you go. Rose strawberry. Okay. And that's going to go in the macrame hanging planter hanger I got. And it's also going to be hanging outside with the other strawberries. And they say strawberries get pretty wild and grow pretty rapidly. It's like weeds. Once it get, right place and location, right conditions, it grows like crazy. So I'm putting it in the pot to contain it. And that's just for this first year. Next year, as this one gets bigger, I will put it in the ground. But for this year, this is going to hang outside for me to see this summer. So there we go. My hanging planter. And I should have did it where this would be the front, the reservoir. Okay, I'm going to put the tag over here where the reservoir is. Okay, now we got it. Now we got it together. Isn't that cute? Oh, that is so cute. Yeah, so she ready. She can go outside too. Enjoy some of that summer breeze. All right, we got one more strawberry plant to go. And I appreciate anybody who came. If you're in the bushes, you sticking it out. Yeah, I see Greg out in the bushes sticking it out. Thank you. Because now I get 100% credit for this video, for the hours. And it's so hard for us less entertaining YouTube creators to get them hours up. So I try to get them in and get it on doing these lives. Although I'm going to take a little bit of a hiatus and do some pre-records because from now until July 13th, I'm going to be studying for my soul exam. But tonight, if you stick it out with me, I'm going to be doing next. This is one more. Done and one. Okay. I'm going to hang it outside. So, bear with me, y'all. I'm getting ready to hang this outside. Okay, we got one more strawberry plant to go. Then we'll move on to the other plants I got to rescue. And that's why I'm doing it, because they are in dire need of rescuing. Okay, so let me get another pot. Same procedure. Put rocks in it. In the pot. Okay, just that's just to weight it down so when the soil get dry, it won't be a problem. Now I'm going to add the soil. That's Mr. Train. You know, Mr. Train got to get into action. Okay, so now I'm putting the soil in there. I'm not filling it up to the top. Just halfway. Okay? Just halfway. Because you got to leave room for the transplant. So I just love these pots. I love these pots. I got them from Target online, and they delivered. They also delivered my mango fruit bars. Speaking of which, I got a taste for. Oh my God. I am addicted. I love these things. Okay. So yeah, I'm taking a mango fruit bar break. Oh, I love it. Okay. Now we get ready to put that last strawberry plant which is doing great. Look at those beautiful green leaves. So she is really behaving like a plant should, with all her leaves raising up for the sun. And then I'm going to print another label.
I've been back, but I'm really back now.
And I'm going to put that on the pot.
If you want to get fit, I'm the man. It's over, bye.
Okay. Now I'm going to put the label on the pot. Hey. I would love to be rocking this mix in the pool. Working it out. So yeah, now I have labeled this pot rolled strawberry. I can't pick it up. There it is. Rolled strawberry. Rolled strawberry pot number 2. And this is plant number 3. And it is the same technique. You put your hand over the top and turn it over and hold it over the pot so you don't steal none of the dirt out. And squeeze the container it's in. And it should come out pretty easily. Okay, this is pretty darn close to becoming root rot. But there's definitely some live roots in there because those very green leaves is definitely proof that life is happening in there. So we're going to go ahead and give it a new home in the new pot so we have all this room to stretch out the roots and grow. So now we dipping and skipping and dipping and filling this plant up to the top. Well, you want to fill it up to the level of the plant. You don't want to cover up that plant. You want to fill up the pot itself to the equal level of the plant. So we're not trying to cover it up. We're just filling in the sides so the sides will be up at the same level as the plant. So remember that when you transplant it, you want to keep the new soil even with the transplant. So that's what we're doing here. Filling it in all around sides. Ooh. Okay. Ooh, I'm so proud of myself. No more procrastination. Because success is the destination.
You are in the mix with DJ Uzoma.
So I'm staying up all this night for new plant propagation. And that's the technical term. We transplanting from the old pot and giving it a new pot. A new pot to grow in. And that wasn't too bad. It didn't give me no hard time at all coming out. And now It's going to be watered and placed outside. Now, from now on, I will be able to water it from the bottom. And eventually, hopefully, those roots will recognize it's in a bigger pot and start creeping on down to the bottom. So that's my goal with the strawberry plants. What I do? Okay, I wanted them in hanging pots until they get bigger. When they get more established, then I will put them in the ground. Because I was told they perennials in this zone. Hopefully that is true. Okay, so that's my second pot. And now we're getting ready to put it in the hanging macrame planter. Same as the other one before. Then hang it outside. Okay. Stick the pot in here. Okay. Now, there we go. There we go. I love it. And so I was determined for this to be a self-watering situation. Why? Because your girl is forgetful. Very forgetful. I haven't established any type of routine yet. I got some starts to start. I got some seeds. And I got live plants. And so that's going to be hanging outside. Getting this whole life. All right, so excuse me one more time. This is going to be hung outside. Okay, one more of my plant that's in need and dire need of rescuing is my mint plant. This is one I'm going to keep inside. And hopefully, oops, I lost my light. I got my light on a timer. So even when I fall asleep, my lights will cut themselves off. Okay, so this is an orange mint. I don't know if you can see the tag. See that orange mint. So, all right, I don't know why this cut off. Oh, I ran out of juice. With my telephone. So it's just one screen right now. Let me see. I might be able to tip the webcam down.
You are in the mix with
Well,
DJ Uzoma.
anyway, that's what I'm doing. I'm getting these plants replanted. I think they are suffering from being left in the containers way, way, way too long. So I'm trying to rescue them. So these orange mints, I'm gonna put both of them in the same pot, and I'm gonna use a little bigger pot than what I used with the strawberries because mint. Because of my experience with mint, I know they grow like weeds. So I want them to have a little bit of life contained, but in a bigger pot than what I use for those strawberries. Okay. Okay, so here's the bigger pot. That's what I'm going to put the orange mint in. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So, because these going to be outside. So, yeah. Half the time, the holdup of me planting has more to do with me being indecisive than anything. So I don't want to use all moisture control, so I'm going to mix some more Miracle Grow mix in this soil I got here. And so I'm going to get this stuff out and then add some more soil to this mix. Because that's a large pot. And it don't look like I have enough in there. Okay. So I'm going to take the rest of this Miracle Grow and mix it with the moisture control version. And then I also got soil from my yard. I'm going to mix in there too. Okay. Okay. Got some cigarette papers in there. Lord, I don't want that. All right, I'm gonna mix that soil up. Pick up what I spilled on the floor. Spill a little bit over here. Okay. So we're gonna mix that real good. This back now that I made a little bit of room. And we're gonna mix that real good. That's the black gold that came from my yard. the moisture control, and the regular miracle grow. Okay. All right. Got it mixed now. Okay. All right, so we're going to do the same trick with the bigger pot. We are going to add some rocks to the bottom first. That's the rocks in that container. I'm just going to turn that pot over. Okay. Quick and easy. Okay. Now, I'm going to fill this pot with soil. And that's what's going to be for this orange mint that I'm hoping to save. Now, if it don't work out, I'm going to just go to farmer's market and buy some new plants. Because I really do want the orange mint. I got the chocolate mint. I'm going to put that directly outside in the ground. I can't wait to get that going. And I just love mint. My family, they love the tea that I make and just rave about it. Okay. All right, I want this dirt field to go a little bit quicker. So I'm going to use a bigger pot. Okay. You remove the tag. Yeah, so these came from Target. So they was on point delivering my fruit bars and my pop. And I'm glad I was able to stock up on them. Because when I checked again, it said they only had 4 left. So I definitely got enough to get a lot of plants started. And some are going to be decorative indoors. But all of them are going to be self-watering. Because I forget. That's my biggest problem with planting. That's why I say if I can do it, anybody can do it. Because I screw that up a lot. Not just sometimes, all the time. Forget the water. forget to replant, forget to take it out the little pots, then buy it in and put it in a bigger pot. So that's what we are doing today. We are finally getting around to it. The people who follow me regularly, they know I do that. Mm. Mm. So, Mint has all these little runners on it. And I'm hoping and praying that one of these runners is still alive and will. Now, see, that's root bound. If you want to see what root bound look like, that's what it looks like. It's turning brown. It's really been soaking too long in water. So hopefully this new pot will encourage it to spread out. Same thing for this one. I don't even see. All these leaves is dry. It may not even be any life left in this one. Oh no, I see one root. One little root, and that's all you need. One little root string in there. And hopefully I have saved this life. So now my chocolate mint is in a new pot. I mean orange mint, not chocolate mint. This is the orange mint. Yeah, and I gotta make sure I put the label in there. So here's the label for my orange mint. Now, if it don't make it, I'm going to the farmer's market tomorrow at 10 o'clock. And I hope the vendor is still there that I bought these from. I'll just get 2 more. Because one thing I do know, once they do start growing, they grow like weeds. And you will not have no problem having an abundance of mint if you like mint. Okay, so I stuck the tags in there that came with the plant originally, and now I'm going to put that also outside. And that's one thing I like about these pots that I bought from Target. They can be decorative indoors or outdoors. And I like the fact that they black because when it rains, you ain't got to worry about the black splash of dirt. Yeah, this is the orange. Now I got some chocolate mint. I'm just going to go directly into the ground with them. But the orange mint, we're going to see what it do. Hopefully I saved this life. Now that's going outside on the porch. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Now, it was the strawberry and the mint plant that was in desperate need of rescuing from the pots they were in. The other 2 plants that need rescuing is my aloe. Okay. So now I got to throw away a whole bunch of stuff I didn't need. Plastic containers. I ain't gonna need no more. Fruit bar boxes. I ain't gonna need no more. But I love them. And I'm finna get me a refill of the refreshing tea that I be making out of all this mint. Here's what that mint look like. All dried and purdy. That's my apple mint. I got that right out my yard. And I am so proud. I got a whole new stock. And because I've been getting help in the yard, I was able to focus a little more on harvesting the current mint that's out there now. And I got plenty. And that's what I've been making my tea out of. And I mix that with moringa. And my family loves it. Okay, it's the hit. It's the hit. So the rest of my haul. Well, first let me get my refill of my tea. Oh, this tea is so good. It's so good, y'all. It's so good. And you know, I've been in this video 2 hours now, and I did not mention my disclaimers. I think I better do that now. Because at this point of the video, I want to self-medicate. And Kareem, if you do join this video, you and your little friend, if y'all can help me shorten, condense it, I'll be happy to accept that help. But right now, I'm getting my watch time because I need it. So yeah, if anybody was wondering, what the heck did she do with all that mint? This is what I do. I make refreshing tea. And it gives you a great sense of pride to know that you had something to do with its growing. You know where it been. You know ain't no chemicals in it, chemtrails. You know it's been getting all that healthy, natural care from the universe. And when you have an abundance harvest, or tomorrow I'm going to take y'all on a tour so y'all can see how much mint I got. But that's okay. I don't care. My whole house is surrounded by mint. That's my intent because mint serve multiple purposes to keep certain pests away that I don't appreciate. And and it's soothing. I love it in tea, and when I mix it with the moringa tea, it's the perfect combination, the flavor and everything. They go well together, and hopefully I'll have the same experience with the orange and the chocolate mint. I don't know if that chocolate mint will taste good in a tea, but I just want to try it. So thank you, the one in the bush, even though you're not saying nothing to me. I appreciate your presence. It's helping me get all these watch hours. This is definitely helping me get them watch hours. Now, for the rest of the week, I will probably be doing pre-records because I really got a lot of footage recorded. Like all the stages in my garden. I've been getting help. So it's been a blessing, the help that I have. And so the other point and purpose of this video is to get these plants ready to go outside. So when my help come, I can just say, hey, come and get all these and take them outside. I just took the hanging ones out now. But the rest of them, basically my goal is just to put them in a bigger pot. And this year, unlike the previous years, I've been doing my indoor grow. In my previous years, I did my indoor grow all with these pop bottle planters. This is what I call it. This is how it looks. Pop bottle planters. But, well, I wanted to step my game up and have a little bit more decorative plants. Especially the flower plants, because I got echinacea that's in the refrigerator that I left in there for a month. Hopefully, I'm going to have pots and pots and pots of echinacea and lavender. That is my hope. That's my hope. That's what I'm hoping. And now I'm stepping up my game by trying to graduate out of these pop bottle planters into real, actual decorative planters. So it's several plants that I want growing indoors all the time. And one of them is my basil. I got the basil growing up there in the windowsill right now. My brother has been here, and so he likes parsley with his cooking. So I'm going to give this parsley a whole container to itself, bigger than this little starter pot that it came in. So the parsley is the next one I'm going to do. And it's because I want to rescue it out of these little containers and give it a little bit more room to grow. Also, the other reason why I'm trying to get all of these outside is I had a problem with gnats. They have calmed completely down now, but the wet soil, that's what gives them a reason to keep coming back. But I'm going to be using the same principle as the self-watering containers, except this is going to be in the grow bags. So that's another part of my haul / plant grow is I bought a whole bunch of grow bags. So this is 20 of them. 15 of them. The rest of them, I already got dirt in it, rocks. Got that done. And these are going to be used for my cabbage. This is the size they are when you open them up. It's a 3-gallon pot. And that's what I'm going to be using for my grow this year. I would love to take advantage of the growth in the ground because my soil is so fertile. It's just really the best soil ever. And if I had my way, I would do all my plants in the ground. But the thing of it is, I can't do the ground kind of grow anymore. All my gardening has to be raised bed or up higher in containers. Because bending down there trying to read and maintain the plants is just too much. I'm not able to do that anymore. So I got all these cloth beds. They're gonna be ready to go. I'm gonna put them out on the table outside. And this parsley plant, that's gonna be the pot by itself. All right, my little grandbaby brought the pots in. That's already been filled. That's already been filled with soil. And just part of the way. Man, I hate my second camera. Let me see, can I do it with my phone? I'm gonna have that second view. Okay, now this box is garbage. I also got these sticky things to put in my planters to catch all those pesky gnats. And a secret that I learned with that, this is too big for most of the pots I got. I ended up cutting this in half. Literally. I ended up cutting this in half and used each piece separately. So that's what I've been doing in my plants. That's another part of the haul that also came from Amazon. Now I got all my gardening gloves together in one place, finally. And I'm putting all these three things in my little garden seat, my little Cadillac seat I have for outside. Okay, I'm going to try to use my phone because I don't think nobody going to be calling me at 3 o'clock in the morning. So let me get my telephone because I want to have this second view. I hope I got some juice in there. I thought this was getting charged up. I may not even be able to use my phone. There ain't enough juice in there. This should have been charging too. Well, we won't be getting the overhead view for the parsley either. Oh well, I'll just lift it up like this to the camera. So it's halfway filled with soil here. And actually, I don't want this pot. I got some smaller 2-pound pots. I have to go outside and get that. So bear with me. Bear with me, y'all. I'm getting ready to go outside and get a smaller 2-pound pot because I know this parsley don't need no more than that. So hold on a second. I shall be back.
Is our power section. The freedom we feel in our soul. We dance to learn those lessons as our story continues to unfold. Our beat, our words, our melodies are gifts from the givers of those gifts. So as you struggle to catch the rhythm with your feet, ask yourself, can you really dance to my beat?
Okay, I now got the smaller pot. Okay, here I am. I'm back. I now got the smaller pot. I got potting soil from Aldi's. So I don't promote any one brand or type, but I do got the moisture control type mixed in. So I'm going to add that on top of it. So we're going to put our hand over the top like that and squeeze the container. Now look at that. Those roots haven't rotted yet, but it's definitely beginning to circle. So now we're giving it plenty of room in a much bigger pot to grow abundantly. So we're going to put the soil mixture that I got in the container. We're going to put that around the top. Basically like a top dressing. So all the rest of my grow is going to be done in grow bags. And I switched to grow bags this year because these plastic containers, I swear by, I still do. But I did all my grow outdoors and indoors with these 5-gallon buckets. The trouble with them is that they're not cold friendly. You leave them out over the winter outside, they won't be no good next month. The next season, they'll crack. They're susceptible to cracking with extreme weather. So with the grow bags, you don't have to worry about that. And then whatever you grow in it, you could just dump the dirt and fold them right back up very neatly and compact like this. You can't do that with these 5-gallon buckets. So I'm going to do my grow in bags this year and see how that goes. Sometimes you find out things you try is a good decision. Sometimes you find out it's a disaster. But it's my hope that this will be a good combination and work for me. That's what I'm hoping. Okay. All right, so I'm filling this in. I don't want the soil up to the top because what I'm going to do with these grow bags is that I'm also going to put seeds in there with them. So that I can cut cuttings as I wait for the seeds to mature. I'll cut cuttings. I'll be able to get cuttings off the original plant that's in there. So you see I got my original parsley plant in there. But what I'm planning to do is put seeds around the sides and grow more in here. Grow more parsley. And I'm gonna do my parsley like that. I'm gonna do my basil like that. In fact, I did do my basil like that already. And I'll show you my basil next after this. And the leaves that's like yellowing, you can go ahead and pick those off. So the plant won't be wasting more energy trying to keep those alive. That means you can get much sun. It got less sun than the rest of the plant did. So I hate I can't give you the overhead shot. I thought that was nice. Nice touch so you can see what I'm doing overhead. Up close and personal in these pots. Okay, so that's the parsley plant. And I think I have parsley separated where I'm going to have some seeds. So this is the time of year in Zone 5B where we can sow directly into the soil. Okay, so like my okra, see my okra? I'm going to sow that directly into the ground. The sunflowers I'm going to put in grow pots and get it started because I don't want the birds to eat it up. The echinacea, I'm going to put directly in the soil. See what happens. Okay, I'm looking for the parsley. Okay. These are all the seeds I plan to grow. I'm planning to grow moringa. I'm getting ready to drop my AK-47 seeds. I only got one little plant after last drop. Very disappointed in that. Lettuce and purple green beans. Also going to do red onions. I'm going to do sage. I got some bell peppers here. So yeah, that's my next plant is bell pepper. She needs saving too. Okay, I ain't got the parsley seeds handy right now. So I'm just going to put this back outside. And I can always sprinkle the seeds in later. So here we are with the parsley in a brand new bag with plenty of room to grow. So I'm going to have my family take it downstairs and outside with the rest of the plants.
You are in the mix with DJ Uzoma.
So yeah, this year I changed my whole strategy for growing. All my indoor plants, they're going to be in self-watering containers. And I'm getting ready to donate these containers that require a drain tray underneath. Those don't work for me. They don't work well at all. So I'm going to donate those parts. I'm going to take it to my community garden and just leave all those pots, the decorative ones that I have been holding on to. And it's not really the right kind of pots for me. So my personal choice always going to be these self-watering kind where you have the drain, bottom on the drain, and it stays on. It's permanent. So it have a reservoir at the bottom, just in case I forget to water, it won't forget to drink because It has a little reservoir on the bottom to obtain water. Two main things all plants need: water and sun. And so I'm trying to solve the water problem so that when I forget, my forgetful self forget to water, they'll still be able to survive my forgetfulness. Oh, that tea is so good. I'm telling y'all, it's a hit with my family. They love it. I can't wait to try other kinds of teas. I got a blue tea. It's called butterfly pea flower. And I'm waiting for the seeds now. That's what I'm going to be planting too. But they're blue. That's what I've been trying to get, blue flowers in my yard for years. You see how those look? You can make tea out the flowers. Now, I had did my little research on that. And it was so many benefits, it was impossible to ignore. So many benefits to planting that flower that I had to. So I'm still waiting for those seeds. I hope I haven't been ripped off. They are late. Late getting here. I expected them to be here by now. I want to get that information out. Why I want to grow those kind of, I want to grow that flower. Print out here. Just a second. So that the common name is butterfly pea flower, butterfly pea, which is a weird name for a flower. But the benefits of butterfly pea are numerous. Okay, so I'm not just growing just to eat or for nutrition. I'm growing also for medicinal reasons. So the top benefits for this butterfly pea, whose real medical term, biological name, oh my goodness, y'all, it's called Clitoria ternatia. Clitoria ternity. Let's see, can I put that in the comments? Oh, I see 2 comments. Who is that made a comment? I'm sorry, y'all. I've been so busy planning. I hadn't paid attention to the comments. Oh, you falling asleep? Okay, don't mind me. Get your sleep, honey. If you let it play, I still get the benefits. You let it play while you sleep. I'll still get the benefits. So, speaking of benefits, here's the benefits of this blue butterfly pea flower. They are a vine type of flower, and I want them to just grow and climb all over my fence. The top benefit is boost brain health. Who don't need some brain boosting? All of us. It helps with internal inflammation. Those who suffer like me, fibromyalgia, arthritis, helps with inflammation. Helps with conjunctivitis, so helps with the eyes. Lowers your blood pressure. It's good for the skin. It's a hair conditioner, and it aids in digestion. It also helps with depression. It's an antidepressant. So all of those are good reasons for me to be growing this particular flower. But the technical name is Clitoria. No wonder why I like this flower so much. It's Clitoria. And when you make the tea from this flower, it actually turns blue. And I want to try that. And seeing that blue is my favorite color, I can't wait to try that. So these are the seeds I'm going to grow this year. My okra, spinach, lettuce. But I'm just rescuing my plants that I purchased as starters. I purchased some. My brother blessed me with some. And I didn't want to lose them or mess up and screw up the blessing. So I got them planted. And I'm trying to get the rest of these on this table planted because I want to get rid of this table in here and have a clear path in my kitchen finally without a bunch of plants. So, all right, so let me put this back in the seed package. Now I'm going to do a whole separate video with just the lavender. So, what distinguishes the plants that are getting treatment today in the video is that they in dire need of being repotted. They need to come out of them little starter pots that I bought them in, and they need to be in bigger pots.
I just felt like it today for some reason. Thank you for tuning in.
The next one, house. I'm trying to say.
Don't forget to join me on Mixcloud.
Now, when I bought it, this is a dragonfly.
This week, I don't know.
Dragonfly, I wanted the purple bell pepper. I just wanted the purple one. I thought that was interesting. I want a purple one.
Check me out each and every Thursday.
I'm going to take it out of this pot, which I think it is stagnating its growth. I do still have hope for this plant because see how green those top leaves are? That definitely means there's still life going on in this plant. So when I see green, I see hope. So I'm going to put this dragonfly bell pepper into a pot by itself.
Martial arts and shock fitness. Yes, I've been back, but I'm really back now.
And I'm going to use one of the bigger pots. This is the 3-pounder that already got potted soil in it.
If you want to get fit,
and it already got rocks on the bottom to weight it down. So all I'm going to do is be taking it out of this container and putting it into the cloth bag. So first I'm going to add some more soil. Because this was only filled halfway, and I definitely need more. And I do know that from past experience of growing bell peppers, they do need a little bit of more room because they are top heavy. When the bell peppers do come in, you have to stake it to hold so that the stem can hold up the bell peppers. So I wanted it to have a bigger pot and deeper system to grow in. Okay, I think I gotta go outside. I hope not. Oh no, damn. Okay, so I'm gonna add some of my soil from outside in my yard That's gonna give it some nutrients. And I'm gonna mix that in thoroughly. Yep, I'm not afraid to touch dirt with my bare hands. Now, if I was outside, I'm a little wuss. If I come across any type of bug or crawling thing, like I did in my cabbage had worms in it, and they weren't the red wrigglers, the friendly ones that you want to see. They were the destructive ones, worms, because they tore my damn cabbage up. Half the plants is gone. They had a good old time. But right now, we trying to save the dragonfly plant. Let me see. Yeah, when I tilt it that way, then you can see it clear. Okay, so I'm gonna take this label off because I'm gonna need it. I'm gonna need it in this bigger pot. Come on. Okay. So we're gonna keep that label, and we're gonna rescue this plant out of this pot. It's been in here too long, waiting on Naomi to get around to it. People who be following me know that I make these videos to get around to it. It's to make me hold myself accountable. So now, give it a squeeze. Turn it upside down. I got it holding it over the bag that it's about to go in, grow in. Now see, that's not a good sign. I hope that is not the end of this plant, but those roots are not white and bright. They brown. That's not a good sign. But I'm going to take my chances anyway, and I'm going to fill this pot up with the moisture control soil. That's one reason why I bought it, because it's supposed to help keep you from overwatering or underwatering. So I'm going to add that around the top. And I hope I can bring this dragonfly bell pepper back to life. I hate y'all can't get an overhead shot, because these videos take a lot of juice on your devices. That's for sure. Don't go into this YouTube thing thinking you're going to be able to be cheap all the time. You might be able to get away with that for a while, but eventually if you get in this game, it's an expensive proposition. So now, I got this moisture control mixed soil mixed with my good soil from my backyard and Miracle-Gro moisture control. Hopefully, this plant will recover from being waterlogged. So clearly, was suffering. But the green, the fact that it's green, that gives me hope. I'm going to always try to save a plant that I see some green in, especially if it's something I want to grow. I use bell peppers in my cooking all the time. So I was very interested and curious to see a purple bell pepper, something I've never seen. So that's what this is. It's called the dragonfly pepper, And unlike the other self-watering bags, I can't put a label on these cloth bags, but I'm going to keep the tag so I know what the heck it is that I'm growing in this bag, because it may be a long time before I actually see a bell pepper. So it's another one going out there on the porch, and I'm having my family going to take it down the stairs outside to the rest of the garden. So I'll be back. Okay. Okay. So we making progress. And I'm so glad I'm doing this. I get discouraged sometimes because I've been planning this video for 2 days and things just didn't go my way. Yesterday, I got everything set up, bringing the stuff inside, getting the pots done, and filled with the rocks outside. And I ended up being in too much pain to do the video. Had to go to bed and recover from what I did yesterday. So this is me up all night because I'm in less pain today. So now the next one that needs desperately rescuing is my sage. So I got multiple kinds of sage, and I'm thinking they both can peacefully grow in the same pot. Because I did have sage before, and I did watch how it grew. And I had that sage plant for about 3 years before it really checked out on me.
You are in the mix with DJ
So
Uzoma.
this sage needs rescuing. So I'm going to put it in one of these big 3-pound pots and let it do its thing in the pot. So I'm going to mix it again, once again, with some of the dirt from my backyard. Okay, so now I'm mixing it thoroughly. Mixing it up. Down to the bottom. Okay.
You are in the
So
mix
I'm going to put
with
both of
DJ
these sage
Uzoma.
plants in the same pot. And I'm actually going to put more sage seeds in here. Well, maybe not. I didn't know I had 4 of them. Okay. Well, I'm going to put all 4 sage plants in here. because I have watched sage grow. I let it grow in the pop bottle planters, and they peacefully coexist. So yeah, I'm gonna put all three of these in. Yeah. So I'm gonna take the tag off. And it's the same method. Put your hand over the top, turn it upside down, and squeeze the thing gently. Let's see, look at that. It's been in the pot, this small pot, too long, and it's not that great on the roots. So I'm gonna get all of these out the starter pots. Yeah. See, this one beginning to swirl, but those are not white roots, meaning it was been wet too long. So same thing with that. So they all thanking me right now. About time you got us up out this pot. This is too much water. We need room to stretch out. And the good thing about these cloth pots is that it will drain off the water naturally because it's a cloth bag. So now, yeah, I put all my sage in one pot. All my sage plants. And I'm going to add the moisture control soil in there around the edges. Spill some. Okay. Got to be more careful. I'm going to put more of this moisture control soil around the sides of all these plants. And in between each one. So I got 4 plants in this one bag. And that's the way I want it. I want the sage growing by itself. And hopefully we'll be netting a great harvest from this. And I like this herb not only for its smell for cooking, but for its known abilities to ward off evil spirits. I don't know how true that is, but it ain't gonna hurt to have no sage in the midst. That's how I feel about it. Okay, so now I filled it all up on the sides, and these 4 plants is good to go. Hopefully, now they'll be happier in a bigger pot to spread their roots in. Okay, she's on. What else we got over here need rescuing? Oh yeah, the rosemary. Here's the other one. Okay, I don't know where the rosemary went. It must be still outside. I had 2 of them.
The funny thing is, I just can't stand myself.
Okay, well, I don't see the rosemary inside. So I must have left it out there. So we're going to move on. We're going to move on to the aloe plants. I got 2 aloe plants that desperately need to come out the containers they are in. So my 2 aloe plants. Okay. Now my goal with the aloe plants, they are not going to be hanging planters at all. Aloe is way too heavy for them type of purposes. But what I want to do is get it out of this decorative part and exchange it for this self-watering pot. But it's so top heavy. You see how it's leaning over? When I transplant it, I'm going to make sure I got something to tie it to help it stand up. So we are going to start with the rocks on the bottom, as with all the other plants. These aloe plants, they definitely need a weighted bottom because the aloe plant itself is a heavy plant, super duper heavy. As far as plants go, it's one of the heaviest plants that I have. Put some more in. And the roots are not very deep. They don't go very deep. But one thing, you do have to stabilize and give aloe something to stand up with. So I'm going to take the original dirt that's already in the plant and fill up the new pot with that original dirt. So I'm just going to tip this over because this is so dry. I'm just gonna empty it in there. Like that. Hold on to the aloe plant, and then you'll be able to see the root ball. Okay. Y'all see that root ball? So there's the root ball. Now I put this in the bigger pot, so this whole root ball will fit down in there. And so now I'm going to reposition this. And then I'm going to fill this up with more soil to support it. I just hate I ain't got the overhead shot so you can see. Okay, so now I'm going to fill up the rest of this with my dirt from outside. And aloe don't like a heavy, soggy soil. So it was even more important to put the rocks on the bottom because the plant itself is so heavy and easy to topple over. So now it is my hope, now that I changed to this self-watering pot, that we won't have as many mishaps of knocking it over. I'm shocked that it survived our family this long, because this plant ain't been watered in a long while. When I tell you long, I mean weeks. I have neglected this plant. This plant been laying on the floor in my living room for weeks. No watering, all neglect, but it's still alive. It's still alive, it's still breathing. And now in a much bigger pot, a more stable pot than this decorative one, where I always had to worry about the bottom. I always had to worry about having a drain catcher for the water on the bottom, and where they were at, it was by electric cords, and I don't want that. So I was always nervous. Now that it's in a new pot, I'm going to give these pots away. And my aloe is going to start its new life in my living room after I give it a good watering, which I haven't done in months. In weeks, definitely weeks. I ain't gonna say months. That's the new pot, new aloe. Now I'm getting some water. And I love the fact that it's a self-watering planter. So I don't have to worry about overwatering it either. There's a drain on the bottom. I put rocks on the bottom for the reservoir. And the reservoir will catch all the excess. And the only thing I'm going to do different with this plant this time is that I'm going to stake it. And staking means you take a stick and let the plant be mounted to that stick. So I'm going to get a stick. Just a moment. So the main other reason why I didn't want to do this in the daytime, I didn't want to have to deal with that hot sweltering sun. So I got a stick. I'm working down there in the soil, pack it in, and that way the aloe plant have a little support as it continues to grow. So she's ready. She's ready to get back to growing. Okay. That's the way it's swinging. I don't need the whole stick either. Breaking that off. So she's gonna go back in the living room. Okay.
You are in the mix with DJ
I do believe that's it. Oh no, there go one more aloe. One more aloe plant there. We're done with the rescue mission. So, anybody want to understand this video? This was a rescue mission for me and my friends. All right, that's the last aloe. And this pot is going in a self-watering pot just like the other one. I already put rocks in the bottom. So there's already rocks on the bottom of this one to weight it down. And I'm basically just going to pour the soil off that's already in this pot. And I'm going to donate this pot. Somebody else who wants some decorative pots for their plants. So now that this root ball is in a bigger container, I'm going to go deeper with the roots. I also got to get another stick. Oh, wait a minute, I can use the other hand. Okay, that's good enough. I'm going to use the other half of the stick that I used for the last plant. It just needs a little bit to stabilize. She is heavier on this side, and this way I need to put the stick on the side where it keeps leaning to fall. Try not to damage any roots. Okay, and I'm going to cover the roots back up in this new home. And add some more soil from my yard. got a few rocks in it. I actually don't want those rocks. Okay. As long as it's getting some of that black gold from my yard, that's good enough for me.
This is Queen Kenny, and I am locked into DJ Uzoma, spinning that sick house. Let's get into it.
So the soil I got for the aloe has a little bit of sand in it, and also the soil from my backyard, because it does not like a soggy environment. So most of the people that say they killed the aloe plant, I believe it was from overwatering. That's my opinion. I'm sticking to it. Okay, I'm pressing it in, try to stabilize it, and then I'm gonna add some moisture control on that. Because I definitely don't want it to get too soggy in this environment. I also know firsthand from growing this plant that it go a long time without water. So I think I got it in the perfect pot. So even if I did water it, it's not going to be soggy. Because it's a mixture. I got a mixture of cocoa coir and black gold from my backyard, and the moisture control, Miracle Grow. And I'm packing it in so that the soil will support the weight of this plant. There we are with aloe plant number 3. Oh, the reason why I'm saying 3, because I got one in the living room already that I transplanted before I did this video. So she in there getting her life, her best life. Okay. So she should be good to go. And they get back into the business of growing instead of looking tired and defeated. I'm giving some water. With these pots, I'm not afraid of giving it water. I'm not afraid of giving it water because I got it in a self-watering pot. So even any overflow will go down to the reservoir and just remain there. And the soil in and of itself will just uptake the water that's in the reservoir. So she got a good watering. And I won't have to worry about doing that again for a long while. Now she in a brand new home, in a self-watering pot. See that reservoir? I can start watering from below from now on. Making progress.
Watch us get down to the screw with an afro on the field. While we get high to a rhythm of spiritual appeal. Expressions of freedom from the descendants of slaves. God gives us the strength for new horizons we must break. First bodies and mental, now financially oppressed. With the deeply dance we know we can.
Okay, I'm back.
Woo! Ask yourself if you dance to my beat.
So y'all, my body is telling me, girl, that's enough. Yeah, 3 hours, that's enough, girl. Girl, that's enough. So I got the main plants that needed immediately attention, immediate rescuing, no more procrastination, and getting around to it. It is done. It is done.
We dance to learn those lessons as our story continues to unfold. Our beat, our words, our melodies, our gifts from the givers of those gifts. So as you struggle to catch the rhythm with your feet, ask yourself, can you really dance to my beat?
Okay. Now here's my other, although they not in any kind of danger right now. But these are my lavender plants, and I do want to get them out this container. Yeah, because these roots are circling. So I got this largest pot of all for the lavender. So I don't have enough soil for them too. So I'm gonna make the lavender a whole separate. Only thing I'm gonna say about it in this video is that I bought a second pot so that I can put the 2 lavenders in and get my watermelon out. I got my watermelon in here and it needs to go in the refrigerator. Now I got the watermelon off the pot that I want to use for my lavender. My lavender is gonna go in this big pot. I'm gonna add the rocks and dirt and stuff outside. Because they are both going to go outside now. So I fulfilled my goal. My goal was to rescue all the ones that was in desperate need of food. So I got these two pots together, and we're gonna do that outside. I'm gonna wait till I have some helping hands. My grandbaby is back. He'll be coming here after school tomorrow, so I will solicit the aid of my family for the rest. Okay? And people who are afraid to put my video in their groups ain't got to worry about this one, I guess. Actually, I shouldn't even say that because I'm finna get ready to self-medicate. Okay. Now this is what's called German thyme. This is the last plant I'm gonna do today. Then I'm gonna put my little disclaimer up. Okay. And the only reason why I'm doing this German thyme is because I want to get all the plants off the table I possibly can. And so I think the rest of this is going to be the haul. No, I did on my haul thing. That's it. Closing up shop. All right, now I got that on wheels, and we're gonna clean up this mess. Okay, getting this mess up and made over here. All right, that's it, y'all. Okay. Woo! I can't believe I'm still woke. Woo. And my brother made some good old brats. So yeah. I was tired. I got the main ones done. Okay, so that's it. That's all we're gonna work on today. Cut this air out because I'm freezing now. Whew, y'all. So that was it. We got it done. But of course, y'all know with gardening, work is never done. It's never done. So I got a whole bunch of more plants over there that need to be replanted. But I'm out of soil. I don't feel like bringing the big bag outside from outside inside. So this is where I'm gonna call it a day. I'm gonna call it a day. Oh, this is the last thing in my haul. I bought some cute little earrings and an earring repair pliers to help me repair some of my earrings. You know, just go with everything. I got me a whole set of hoops and a little repair kit. So that's it. That was my haul. Most of it was plants from Target. And the rest was these two little earrings. These two little earrings and the repair. I got that from the same place. Got it from Target. Same place I got the pots. And I like those pots better than any of the ones that I have seen in the past. I like the fact that they're black, so it would go with any decor. I'm very happy about that. And then the fact that they're automated watering. See, this is the system I used for years, and I'm still going to use it. Because as the chocolate mint or the peppermint, as that grows, I'm going to be cutting off pieces and still using my pop bottle planters. But I'm going to have it in the back porch. And the rest of the flower plants, they're going to go in those flower pots I bought from Target. And be decorative and be hanging so that I won't keep taking up tabletop space. That's what I want to achieve, is to get a lot of these plants off the ground and in the air. So I waited way late for the disclaimer. So I'm going to pick up where I left off. I'll be doing pre-records and show you my further plant progress. So I ain't starting no new projects. Now that I done got around to it, to the main ones that needed rescuing, I reward myself and self-medicating. So, y'all got a problem with that? I'm giving you the heads up now. Oh shoot, I don't even think I'm gonna be able to do that. Oh. Okay, so y'all know how it goes. Okay, how it goes down around this town. Okay, I'm back. And the practice session is over. It's over. It is done. And one day y'all gonna be able to come to my channel and see my progress. I will do a whole tour. But for now, I'm gonna forewarn you. This is how I reward myself. I give you the warning. I am bona fide certified car carrier member of the Illinois Cannabis Club. It's legal here. And I will be going into the growth of that. I just haven't found the seeds I want. I haven't got the right price I'm looking for. I got one person damn near stalking me to purchase from him, but I ain't with that purchasing with somebody with PayPal without the protection of insurance. Because I believe I've been beat already. I have been hoodwinked. And I got these AK-47s that didn't really do much of nothing. Baby plant still struggling. It ain't making no progress. I got a friend who started some autoflowers, and that autoflower is 10 times the size of my AK-47. So I will be dropping the rest of those AK-47s and see what happens. I hope I have better luck with the next go round. If not, I'm gonna be on the search for some new seeds, and I definitely gonna be getting my grow room together indoors. I started those AK-47s early, hoping that by this time it would have gotten a nice size and I could put it in the backyard amongst all that fertile black gold. But so far, that's not to be. That little baby AK is struggling. I'm just gonna start traveling. In my opinion, I need to go. I need to go to another state and find what I'm looking for. So yes, as I stated, you're 18 and younger, scoop, because this card ain't for you. And now I'm going to reward myself. And that one person in the bush, thank you for sticking it out the whole time. Trust me.
You are in the mix with DJ Uzoma.
Yeah. That's how I'm rewarding myself. By putting a little in the air like I just don't care, because I don't.
Testing. 1, 2, y'all.
Yeah.
This is Uzoma Vibes. Yeah, happy Labor Day, y'all. I just felt like it today for some reason. Thank you for tuning in.
Usually I be too tired to move.
Don't forget to join me on Mixcloud with my new mix this week. Oh, I might go techie on y'all this week. I don't know. Check me out on Mixcloud. Check me out on SoundCloud.
Hey.
Check me out each and every Thursday. Each and every Thursday between 8 p.m. and 8:30 p.m. Uzoma Vibes. Music. Each and every Thursday. And don't forget to check me out on Instagram. Yes, Monday, Labor Day, 8 p.m.
Hey.
8:15 p.m. to be exact. I'm Uzoma Vibes, y'all. Yeah. Y'all have a super fantastic day. And don't forget to check out my page, Uzoma Vibes, or Uzoma Martial Arts and Shock Fitness. Yes. I've been back, but I'm really back now. Yes, for the upcoming new classes.
So thank you. Thank you. 3 hours and 28 minutes.
Uzoma Vibes.
And you sticking me out to the last end. I appreciate that. The one in the bush, thank you. Thank you. Your one view helps me get hours of watch time. So, thank you. Thank you. And as y'all can see, eyes tired. I don't want to do no more planting. So, a little bit more self-medicating. You could chat with me if you're still there. If you want to drop down out the bush, I put the link in the description. It is open. I'm going to drop down out the bushes and say hello to you, girl. Holla at you, girl. So So y'all know I'm going on this solar journey, right? I found a solar company that was willing to let me have some used panels. So my first solar project is gonna be me. Me! I want to get off this grid, and this solar company gonna help make it possible. My brother, he's gonna help me transport them down here. I got one brother gonna help me transport them down here, and another brother who said they willing to learn how to build it, and a son who wanna learn too. So I'm very, very, very excited about that. If y'all make it this far into the video on the replay, I know most people don't be looking at no 3-hour videos. So Kareem, if you watch it, now you know the train always gotta make its appearance in my videos. So that can be chucked. And I am so happy and proud of myself. Okay. I only do these late night ones because I can concentrate. I can focus. In the daytime, folks be running around. Folks be calling me.
You are in the mix with DJ Uzoma.
Folks be popping by without calling. Doesn't make for the best videos, and I'm very easily distracted. And yes, I am talking to myself right now. Y'all do know that's how the original YouTube videos were. Everybody was talking to themselves. Well, to the screen anyway. All this extra technology now, we can talk to each other. But unfortunately me, I don't have the lively chat yet. I guess I got some more grinding to do. The lively chat, where I get chatter back and responses back. We'll get there one day, especially after I'll be telling y'all about my solar projects. Man, I'm so excited. I don't know what to do. I'm going to drag this out. Long as you stay with me, one in the bush. So, Kareem, I'm going to send this to you. I'm sure you and your friend can help chop it up. And I'm willing to re-upload it. I'm willing to give it a Creative Commons. That's right. Let me change that setting. Y'all know I ran out of stuff to say. Not really. I could have gotten one more planting ready, like the garlic. You see that? You see how they just reach down to the water, no matter how much water evaporates from the jar. Plants know what to do. And then me, you see where I've been cutting off? Where you see it's cut at, that's where I ate. That's what I ate in dinner. Now, you don't think that's doubling your money? I'm going to keep eating off of these, and I'm going to go ahead and put them in the soil to grow. Because they're not going to reach their maturity until the fall, early winter. They like the cold weather. This is really too late for to be in the ground. But indoors, those of you with small places, but like garlic and onion as seasonings in your food. Excuse me, I'm just built like a pig. I apologize. You like garlic and onion in your food. You can grow them like this in just water. No soil at all. But these are going in the ground though. I wanted to make a new pot for the German time, but child, my body said, you ain't got time, honey. You ain't got time for that. Even though I am still up. But I'm disappointed because I really wanted to make sure I have an overhead shot for all of the planting. Oh, this is the one that gets you. God dog it. Yes, y'all. I'm going to get solar panels, and I think I got my team. We shall see.
You are in the mix with DJ Uzoma.
This thing do not let you go backwards.
Power off. Power on. Bluetooth mode. Device paired.
Okay. So this is the part that probably get me in trouble. Okay, nothing coming out. I lost my sound, messing up.
Aux in mode. Bluetooth mode. Device paired. aux in mode.
I'm tired of these haters all up in my face. I'm tired of pussy niggas trying to get up in my way. I'm tired. Hey yo, it's K on the track. Yeah, QB in this bitch. I'm tired. You tired? We tired. I'm tired. You tired? I'm tired. We tired. I'm tired of these haters all up in my face. I'm tired of pussy niggas trying to get up in my way. I'm tired of all these punks running like they really buck. I'm tired of all these niggas who only trying to fuck. I'm tired of these bill collectors calling my house. I'm tired of my girlfriend trying to put me out. I'm tired of the DJs not playing my songs. I'm tired of the groupies who only wanna bone. I spit hot bars, what the fuck you talking about? If you ain't on my level, you can fucking walk it out. I'm tired of seeing the same old bitches every day. The same old, what you doing later on today? You ever in the shot, I'ma take you where it's jumping. Cause when I come to town, all the girlies get the bumping. I'm tired of my ex playing on my
Yeah, I heard they opened the shop back up.
Only me alone.
Ooh-wee.
I'm tired of old chicks telling
I sure hope they opening up the Chosen Few picnic. You know, matter of fact, let me see. That ain't got nothing to do with plants. But I'm trying to tell y'all, if the city is back open and they let that picnic go down, guess who gonna be there? I definitely want to be in the number. The Chosen Few picnic. That's where I want to be. I don't know. I got to find out. I need to know. Am I going to be able to go? Well, I'm learning the hard way. I don't care how much you plan to do. There is a new plan that comes into view. There it is. I'm like, what the heck did I do with my phone? Okay. I wonder. Man, I thought this was charging up. Lord have mercy. And this ain't been charging either. Okay, what's really going on? Yeah. That's a sign. It's time to go. That's a sign. I've been waiting all this time to charge up. For Nerd 10. Well, I guess that's a sign. I'm sure gonna look up the Chosen Few. I hope it is open, because I'm gonna be there. Man, you really sticking it out with me this whole time? Well, we might as well go for all the gusto. We only, 17 minutes away from 4 hours. And that's going to count for a whole lot of watch out. Please like and share and subscribe, as so many other tubers say. Also, if you make it this far into the video, leave a comment. Comments are king. I've been telling y'all, as long as y'all been knowing me, it's more important than likes and dislikes. Websites only recently started even showing the statistics for likes and dislikes, because they simply were not, they were a non-factor. Views is what everybody want to see. That's what advertisers want to see. And second to that is comments. People do really read the comments and determine whether they want to watch the video or not. So leave a comment. Now I did good for me to have two smokers been in my house. Oh yeah, speaking of which, that made me think about something I could talk to for 17 minutes. So right now it's 15. Um, every time I think I done got rid of other people's stuff, I keep getting OPP stuff. So I am beginning to realize I am one of those chosen few, like the picnic, that where people, this is going to be a transitional place where people come, get back on their feet, and go. And I like that idea. I would love to teach the little homies how to do solar. I can't wait to start on my own personal solar project. And the primary reason, motivation, was to grow. I can't stand my utility company bill, light bill. Shit is crazy. Ridiculous, especially when the sun is free. It's crazy. The sun come out every day, even if you in a colder climate. You still get sun. Okay, so what I envision is giving people a second chance. People who've been on the street too long for whatever reason, crack, alcohol, foster care, cannabis charges, background, and lead them to a new career, a different path in solar. I want everybody to be thinking solar. And it's a boring topic, but I'm not going to stop talking about it. So consider me the solar evangelist. Anyway, I've been killed all my devices, electricity wise. It's going to take till tomorrow for them to charge up enough to be DJing. So the party's over. Falls that course. And I got to come up with an outro. I actually have one. I just need to upload it. I will get back to the computer part, but I promise y'all, my path is not to be in front of this computer all the time. I know with my own personal life, the way that it's going, I have been pushed into a different role from behind the computer because the computer is literally killing me. And that's facts. Way too much time in front. So I'm changing. And that being said, I'm done. I know some people say I could have multitasked that. I still could have. Nope, I'm out of dirt. I used all that I had that I want to use. I ain't there about to cook now. My brother did the cooking. That's been a super blessing. And now I'm waiting on my other brother. He would be my big brother, my oldest brother. I got the youngest brother here with me now. The oldest one is making preparation to deliver forth my solar panels with this truck. And now I'm 10 minutes away from that even number of 4. And I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Ooh-wee. I was tired. So now it's time to go. I was tired before I started, but not as tired as I could have been, and not as in much pain as I was yesterday. So I'm thanking the Lord that I got 2 days to do what I did do. And that is, if I had to pray, well, I pray for you. Anyway, peace and love. I'll see you again in the next one.